Okay, let's see if this is gonna work. Hi everybody, my name is Doug. I own with my wife Dragon's Den Books in Arcadia, Florida. And this is my first video, so not really sure what I'm doing at all, but I'm gonna give it a shot. And thanks to Randy Ray and all his book tags I see all the time. I'm gonna start out with the newbie book tag for BookTube. So we'll give this a shot. Number one, why did you start this channel? I started this channel, I love books. We own a bookstore. I don't have a lot of, outside of when I work at the shop, I don't have a lot of times to talk to people about books or to tell people which books I do like and the ones I'm into, and I thought this would be a great outlet for me. Tell you the books that I'm reading, the books that I enjoy, why I enjoy them, what they remind me of, stories, that kind of thing. Number two, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Unique things, I think, is maybe a little bit of behind the scenes of running a bookstore. My wife and I opened this store in September of 2023, and it is a learning experience. It is a constant learning experience. When I started, I had no clue anything, what CRM to use, an ISBN number. I wasn't quite sure. I had an idea what it was, but I didn't really have a good handle on everything that I needed to start up and do it properly. And to be completely honest, I'm still learning. There's so many things that I think I want to do, that I think are good ideas, that I think would be a fantastic opportunity for the store, but I'm just not sure. So I think having that on the channel and showing people that learning process of where we're at now, I'm hopefully give you a few pictures and some other videos as to what the store looked like before we opened, and the process of setting it up, and how we got from A to Z where we are now. I hope that answered number two. Number three, what are you most excited about for this channel? I'm really excited about talking about books. I watch a lot of BookTube, and my daily work is in a different category altogether, and in the background I'm listening to BookTube videos a lot of time, and that's where I get a lot of suggestions from booktubers of what to keep in stock. So, thanks to Mike's Book Reviews, BellTube, Randy Ray, there's tons of people that I'm leaving out, but I watch these videos, I'm like, man, if I'm gonna have a decent sci-fi section, I've gotta have this book. And if I'm gonna have a decent fantasy section, I've gotta have Realm of the Elderlands. I've gotta have the First Law trilogy. I've gotta have these classic things that, I hear about, everybody's excited about, and that I wanna read. Gotta keep that stuff in stock. So, number three, what are you most excited for this channel? Is getting people's suggestions to me, giving them to me rather than me going out and having to find them. That would be helpful. Time is precious, and I don't have a lot of it. Not a lot of free time. Why do you love reading? Reading kind of takes you away into your own world, into places and thoughts that you would probably never have on your own. They are a great way. Specifically for me, it's my entertainment. I don't really watch a lot of television. Just making sure nobody came in while I'm talking to my phone. It takes you to other places. It provides you entertainment, and you're having that vision in your head. You are you are thinking about what you're reading and you're creating the world as you see it, not as an adaptation has taken you through what they think is important in a novel and then put that to screen. So I like I like getting the real story. What book series got you into reading? I'm gonna say that the first book series that got me into reading was probably 5th grade, Miss Borner. Props to Miss Borner, Burl Borner, and Beverly Cleary. So Henry and Ribsy, what's the other ones? Henry, Ramona, all of the Mouse, the motorcycle books. I love those. I basically cut my teeth on all that stuff in elementary school, and never really stopped until some later stuff happened medically with my eye, but which got corrected much later, and now I can read again, and I don't have headaches, and it's fantastic. But early, it was Beverly Cleary, and then the first Stephen King book that I ever read in 1980, that was whenever the first mass market paperback version of Pet Sematary came out, so I think that was 1983. That would have made me 9 years old, and that was the first Stephen King book that I read, and I think it's affected me ever since, but I don't want to get too far out of these booktube questions. Number 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Let's see, I haven't really gone through these questions or thought about them at all. I would love to know a little bit more from Randy about his horror bookstore. I love digging into people with vast amounts of knowledge about fields that I'm still learning. So I would love to know, just more and more of the day-to-day stuff. What kind of merch did they get in the store? How do they market? That kind of thing. BellTube, yeah, man, I'd love to know where you learned all your video editing skills. Right out of the gate, you're pretty high class in your video editing. And from Mike, man, like, how do you find the time? I work full time. I work at the store. I do some other stuff on the side, and I'm going to bed really early. I'm waking up really early, and every hour of the day is filled. So I'd love to know just for time management stuff. How do you find time to edit all the videos? Is it best to just to record live and publish it and not really edit much, or do you spend a ton of time editing your videos? And how much bang for your buck do you get on all the graphics and the transitions and all that stuff? So those would be my first questions. What challenges do you think starting a YouTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think I've overcome the hardest one right now. It is just turning on the damn phone and pressing record. So this is outside of my comfort zone. This is not me. I don't do this, so I've been thinking about it for quite a long time, and finally just press the button. So this is what you get. So that's the biggest challenge. Number 8, when did you start reading? Like I said, 5th grade. I mean, I think we all started reading in first grade, but reading for pleasure, probably at 9, 10 years old. And then after that, other stuff came up. I really started reading in earnest about 2 years ago after I had some surgery on my left eye that really fixed some issues for me that I couldn't read for a long time because I would get headaches. And shout out to the doc that fixed me up. Thank you. I can read now, so it's fantastic. Where do you read? Number 9, where do you read? I read basically everywhere. If I'm on lunch at work, I'm reading. If I'm waiting in line At the grocery store, I'll pick out my phone and open the Kindle app. Basically anywhere I can read. If there's a baseball game on, that's a great thing to watch on TV and be able to read at the same time. It's just basically making time wherever you are. If there's a down moment, just read. You can read a couple of pages, and all you need is read a couple of pages a day, and boom, you're reading 10, 12 books a year. You find more time to read, and you're going to read more books than that. I'm up to, I think, 32 books this year so far. I'm on Goodreads, and yeah, I keep track of all that. Number 10, last one. What kind of books do you like to read? My genre of choice is fantasy, sci-fi, horror, thriller. But since we've opened the store, tons of people come in and they say, hey, have you read XYZ? Have you read this author? Have you read this series? This guy is great. This author is fantastic. Can you A, keep it in the store? Can you B, read it? Because they want to talk about it. So I'm find myself reading a lot of books recently that I normally wouldn't be reading. But my jam is fantasy, sci-fi, horror, and thriller. Michael Crichton, Blake Crouch. Kudos to Mike for turning me on to Blake Crouch, man. He's awesome. I just wish Michael Crichton got more love. When I was buying books to open the store, I thought, man, Michael Crichton is a must-have. I've got to have Michael Crichton. I've got to have Dean Koontz. I've got to have Stephen King. Basically all the people that I read as a young guy. And it's disheartening to see how infrequently Michael Crichton books are actually selling. I thought he was still very popular, but since his passing way too early, it just sucks that he's not in the forefront of people's minds like he used to be and should still be, in my opinion. So anyway, those are the 10 newbie book tags. I really don't know anybody else to tag in this, but I'll probably cut this and show you some footage of the shop, and we'll see how this thing turns out. Thanks for watching. See you soon.